Hello everyone, myself Shweta Shah, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. We are here for the subject Computer Organization and Architecture. In this chapter, we have started Unit 3, that is Assembly Language Programming. In this unit, in last session, we have seen assembler, first pass assembler and second pass assembler. In this session, we are going to see assembly language programming in further detail with arithmetic, logical, shifting, micro operations or operations. Okay. So let me see the example that we have already seen in last sessions. That is just addition of two numbers. In that we have loaded first number, then added second number and stored result to the third location. Okay. Here A, B, C are locations, memory locations that you have assigned a label after HLD. Okay. So this is your addition example. In subtraction, you have used 2's complement. Whichever number you want to subtract, you have to find out first its 2's complement, and then you have to add this into your first number. Okay, so we have first loaded from sub location, that is your subtract, that you have to find its 2's complement by complementing it and incrementing by 1, then add it to first number, that and your result is right now it is in accumulator, then you are going to store it at a DIF location, and decimal 83 and decimal minus 23 are your operand for your label name and sub. Okay, so by this way you can do just simple addition and subtraction operation. Next, let me see how you can do double precision addition of any number. First of all, what is double precision number? If your number is of 32 bit and if you are using a processor registers of 16 bit, that means your size of your register is a half of your data. At the time, your processing is known as a double precision processing. Okay, so for example, if you want to add this 32-bit number into another 32-bit number by using just a simple 16-bit register and 16-bit ALU, so how you have to do? First, you have to add lower 16-bit, then find out its result, and if and store the result. If any carry is generated, then pass it to next 16-bit addition, that is of higher bits, and add that carry which you got from lower 16-bit. Okay, so by this way you can add this 32-bit number using just a simple 16-bit register. Okay, so say by this way, let me do addition of this double precision number. Okay, so your number, first number is stored at memory location AH and AL. At AH location your higher 8-bit is stored, at AL location your lower 8-bit is stored. And for number second number you have used two locations, that is BH and BL. At BH location, your higher 8-bit are stored, and BL location, lower 8-bit are stored. And you have used a processor and registers of 8-bit, and here you are processing 16-bit. That is also a double precision. Your register is of 8-bit, and you are using data processing for 16-bit. Okay, and your result is going to be stored at two memory location, that is CH and CL. Here H means higher and L means lower. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to first add this lower 8-bit and find out the result, that is your lower result, and then add upper higher portion, higher 8-bit, and also add if any carry generated while editing this lower portion. Okay, so you have to do addition of this 3 while you are adding higher bits. Okay, so how you can do? First of all, for addition of this two number, that is simple. Load first number, then add second number into it, and your result is generated. So first LDA AL. This will load your number from AL location, then add BL. This will load your BL, sorry, that will add your BL number, BL locations data to A location, and result is going to be stored at CL. That's why I used instruction STACL. Okay, so by this three instruction, your this task is completed. Okay, for next addition of higher bit, what you have to do, you have to add ah bh plus if any carry is generated. So how you can find out any carry is generated or not? So for that you have to do what? You have to first clear accumulator. That means your accumulator's 8 bit will be 0. Okay, and then do circular left CIL instruction. If you use CIL instruction, then you will circulate your accumulator with E bit. Okay, so your E bit will be shifted left to your accumulator. That means your carry bit will be stored at 0th location of your accumulator. Okay, if your carry is 1, already you have cleared accumulator. If your carry bit is 1, then your content of accumulator after CIL instruction will be 0 0 0 0 0 1. And if your carry is 0, then after CIL instruction your content will be 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, so by this way your carry, if it is 1, then accumulator will store 1. If it is 0, then accumulator will store 0 after this CIL instruction. Okay, so by this way your previous carry is right now stored at which location? At accumulator. Okay, so now what you have to do, just add ah locations content and add bh locations content into accumulator by the instruction add ah, add bh and store it to the ch location. So by this way your double precision addition can be done. Okay, so it is clear for all of you. Next, let me see how we can do a subtraction operation for this double precision number. So for example, if your number is like this, AH, AL, BH, BL, and result will be stored at location CH and CL. Okay, but it is operation of subtraction. That means you will add 2's complement of subtrend. Okay, here your subtrend is in BH and BL. So you will find out its 2's complement and then you will add it. Okay, here also in addition you have to consider the carry, and if any carry is generated then you have to add that carry also. Okay, so for that we will store that into a temporary location because we already have to require to do 2's complement for this BH. So for that reason, after CLA and CIL, if we find out any carry is there or not, we will store that content of CY at the temporary location TEMP. Okay, and then we will add it to our result of AH plus 2's complement of BH. Okay, so let me first do AL and AL minus BH. That is AL plus 2's complement of BL. Okay, so for this operation, first we will we will clear E flag, so that by his if in our operation if any carry is generated, that should be stored over there. Otherwise if in previous operation it is 1, then it will be as it is 1. Okay, so we have to clear it first. Okay, so by using CLE instruction we will clear your E flag or your carry flag. Then what we will do, then first we have to find out 2's complement of this BL. Okay, so first of all we have to load this number into accumulator, then complement that number and then add 1 to that number. Okay, so first of all load BL, then complement that number and then increment by 1. So we have find out here 2's complement of BL. Then what we have to do, we have to add this AL. So use instruction add AL, and your lower bit subtraction is done over here. So you will store it to location CL. Right now here I have not written that location, but you can consider like this AL, AH, BL, BH, CH, CL. Okay, and so at location CL your content is going to be stored. For a second portion in which you are going to do subtraction of AH minus BH, in that case you have to also add if any carry is generated. So okay, so first of all we have to store this carry. In this operation if any carry is generated, then we have to store that carry also. So how we can do, how we can store? So for that we have to first clear accumulator and do circular left of accumulator and E flag. So if your carry flag is generated, accumulator's content will be 0 1. If not generated, then it will be 0 0. And store that content to temporary location. That means we are storing this carry to a temporary location. Okay. Then load your second number. That is that number you have to subtract to find out its 2's complement first. So load DH, complement that number. Okay. Then add this number to age, okay, and then add temp, that is your previous carry. Okay, previous carry if any generated, that is we have stored in a temp, so add that and then store your result to ch location. Okay, so here subtraction of this age plus dh, ah plus 2's complement of dh is done. Okay, so your result finally stored at locations ch and cl. Okay, so this is your double precision subtraction. Okay, so by this method you can do double precision subtraction. First you have to do for lower bits, then you have to do for higher bit, and by the time of lower bit if any carry is generated, then you have to store that carry and then add it while you are adding this second number, or you can say higher numbers. Okay, next if you have given any pseudo code like this equations, if you are given like sum is equals to 0, sum is equals to a plus b, sum is equals to sum plus a plus b, difference is equals to difference minus c, sum is equals to sum plus difference. This sum a b c d I f, those all are a memory location, and you have to do this kind of operation on your memory content. Okay, you have to do some memory locations contained as a 0, then add some locations contained plus a plus b, then do store difference as a content of difference minus c by this way. Okay, so if you have to do this kind of operation, how you can do this is that is I'm giving you as a your homework. First you have to take 5 locations, then load the first number, sum number, then add a, add b, that is your sum, and then store this to a sum location, then load difference number, load diff contain, diff locations contain, then load c's contain, then find out 2's complement of this number and then add this with diff and store at diff, and then lastly load sum locations content and add diff locations content and store at sum locations content. Okay, if you have any query then you can mail or message me, but this you have to do by yourself. It is too much easy how you can do. Okay, so next let me see some logical operations. Okay, here let me see here we have given instruction for only ending operation. Okay, not for ORing operation, and not complement is a not operation, only thus the 2 primary operations are given. But what if you want to do ORing operation of 2 registers contained? How you can do? So by using this method you can do ORing of 2 registers contained. As we know by De Morgan's law, a plus b is equals to a dash and b dash and dash. Okay, if you break this sign, if you break this dash, then you will get what? A dash dash plus b dash dash. What is a dash dash? That is a. And what is b dash dash? That is b. So your operation will be a plus b. Okay, how we can do this? By using instructions. Let me see. First what you have to do? First you have to load number a. Okay, load the number from location a. Then what you have to do? You have to complement that number. Okay, by using complement CMA instruction you can complement that. Okay, then what you have to do? Then you have to take number from B location, then complement it. Okay, and then A locations complement and B locations complement. Okay, but we have only one accumulator. So by this time, you have to store this complement at some temporary location. Then only you can last do ending of these two results. Okay, so let me first load number from A location, then complement it, and then store it at temporary location AD. Okay, then load number from B location, complement that number, and then store that number to location AD. Okay, sorry, complement that number, and then what we have to do, A dash and B dash. B dash is already stored over accumulator, then you have to just do ending with A dash. Okay, so we will use instruction AND AD, that will do operation of A dash and B dash. Now what we have to do, then we have to do complement of that number also. Okay, so so for that we will use instruction CMA. It will complement that result and then store at RES location and HLT. Here your program is completed, and these are your operands at level A, B, and result. For result and AD, we have stored 0 because it doesn't contain anything, but by your program you will store some result over there. Okay, so by this way you can do ORing operation. Simply just what you are using here, just De Morgan's law. A and or B and is A and B and is A dash and B dash is equals to A or B. Okay, so by this way you can do ORing operation. Next, let me see how you can do XORing by using just simple ending and complement instruction. As we know, X XOR Y, that is equals to XY dash or X dash Y. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, and that by simplification of De Morgan's law, you can what do, if you double complement this, then what you have to do, change the line and cut this, change the sign and cut the line. Okay, so for that what you have to do, you have to complement that both numbers. You have to complement this both number and change the sign from ORing to ending, because we doesn't have any instruction for ORing operation. Okay, so we are going to use like this. Okay, from 1 dash we have given inside this, and 1 dash we have taken as it is. Okay, so for this operation, first we have to load, first we have to do, we have to find out for this X dash, Y dash, whole dash. And then we will find out for X dash, Y, whole dash. And then we will do ending of this and with complementing that. Okay. So first we have to do X dash, X, Y dash operation. For that you have to first load number Y. We will load number from location Y, then complement it will give you Y dash, CMA will give you Y dash. Then what you will do, ending with X, A and D X will give you XY dash result. Then complementing this will give you XY dash whole dash. Okay, complement A, CMA. Here your XY dash whole dash operation is done. What you have to do, you have to store this to some temporary location so that you can do second operation. Okay, so let me store it at a temporary location, TMP. STA TMP will store this result to temporary location. Then what you will do, then you load number X, load X, then complement it, load CMA, then do ending with Y, ANDY, then complement whole number X dash, Y, whole dash. Okay, so you have to do complement. So do CMA instruction, use CMA instruction. So your result result X dash, Y, whole dash is stored into accumulator. What you have to do next, you have to end this with your temporary contain, that is XY dash, whole dash. Okay, so do ending with TMP. So your result of XY dash, whole dash and X dash, Y, whole dash is stored over accumulator, but actual result will contain one more dash. So you have to do complement of that result. So use CMA instruction for complement and then store it to location Z by using STA Z instruction. Okay, here I have not written any content over here. You can store anything in form of decimal or hexadecimal, anything. Okay, but here Z and temporary will have 0 because by your program you are storing anything over there. Okay, so this is your XORing. It is also easy, just you require to do the operation what you are doing with boolean variable in terms of some memory locations contained. Okay, and by using instruction CMA and AND, because we have only ending and complement operation from our instructions. Okay, so that is your XORing for logical operations. Okay, okay, next let me see shifting operation. We have seen three type of shifting, that is your circular shifting, logical shifting and arithmetic shifting, but we have only instruction for circular shifting. What if you want to do logical shifting? How you can do the logical shifting? So for that you first have to clear E flag. That means it should not have any value, garbage value, one value. Okay, so first you have to make it 0. Okay, and then do circular right or circular left, so that your carry will be in circular right operation, your carry will be going to a MSB bit, and in circular left operation your carry will going to your LSB bit. Okay, so just you have to combine two instruction to do logical shifting, that is CLE and CIR. Okay, then CLE and CIL. So it will do circular shifting of right and circular shifting of left. Okay, so this is for a right, circular shifting of right, and this is for circular shifting of left. This is by mistaken right over here, it is left, shift left. Here also shift left. Okay, so we are ending our today's session over here. In next session we will see further programs.